and money is the fruit that they speak. So tell me whose face do they see? Repeat, take offense, judge by the fruit from the tree. But if the fruit tastes like the streets, and money is the fruit that they seek.
Welcome back, DJ Focus, Dice Gamble. You tap back into the Fixx, your source of faith-infused hip-hop, R&B, and poetry. And let's be very clear, y'all know what time it is. It's time for our spiritual detox. And listen, I'm excited. When you get your brothers in here, man, who are doing powerful things in a lot of different ways, man. I promise you, my man is humble. I don't know if I was in his shoes, I would be as humble as him, because he can flex. He's in places a lot of people wish they could be in, and he's doing a lot of things that people would wish they could be doing. But listen, I'm excited because he has a festival that he puts on with his group every year, and this is the second year, and I'm excited. Listen, to introduce a producer, a song arranger, songwriter, musician. I promise you, he got so many hats. He does it all. The one and only Khirye Tyler. What's going on, brother?
Yo, what up, family? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm good, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Come on, talk about this family reunion, man.
Ooh, we here now, man. We here. The family reunion festival happening tonight here at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, man. It's going to be amazing. It's our second year at it, and we just excited. We're going to do what we do. Talk
about the importance of being able to have an event like yours at the historic Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What does that mean for you?
It is everything to me, especially for me coming up how I came up. A lot of people don't know, but I came up in the foster care system. So to be able to do an event, give a scholarship out to someone who lived the same life that I live, it's priceless, man. It's priceless. It's beautiful. And just to be able to partner with a brand like Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and for them to, partner with us and have the heart to, actually use their platform to push the gospel. It's beautiful.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you came up in the foster care system. Can you talk about that and what that, we like to highlight overcomers. So yeah. You didn't allow for that to dictate what your future was. Can you share with the people a little bit of that?
Oh yeah, 100%, man. So, my mother was in foster care system, and she had me, and I was just born into the home. Wow. And, I was like the youngest out of like 22 people in one house. And, I was the baby. Everybody used to just protect me.
Wow.
And, but it turned into a blessing because, my foster, grandparents, as you would say, they were pastors. And that's how I gained my foundation in who I am in Christ. So yeah, that's how I came up.
1 out of 22 in the house. Wow. That's amazing, man. I want to salute you, man, and definitely shouts out, man, to you, man, really growing a real relationship with God. What was that? How early did you know, like, no, this Jesus thing is for real, like for yourself?
Oh, man, I got to be honest, like when I'm a kid, so it's 22 of us. Everybody's older. I'm the baby in the house. And, even though my grandparents were pastors, that don't mean all of these kids were, So some of them had, gold chains, gold teeth back in the day. You had the gold, gold, it was everything. So, like that as a child, you see that stuff and be like, oh, man, I want that, man. But then later on in life, that stuff fades, you know what I'm saying? And those particular people, would leave the house. I just grew up in the house. Some left, some came. But my Uncle Kenny, McKinley Glover, he became the pastor of the church. And that was like kind of the start of my foundation in music and just learning who Christ is. But as far as learning who Christ is for myself, I would probably say I was like 12, 13, and I'm honestly still on that journey. Sometimes I have to reflect and be like, how you say stuff out of habit? It's like, you'll say stuff out of habit just because, like, I heard my grandma saying this when I was yay high. But after a while, you kind of figure out, like, maybe I don't have the relationship I thought I had. Maybe I have a relationship through somebody else. So as of recent, and it's just me keeping it 100, like, I've been being more intentional with my relationship with Christ, not the relationship that I had through somebody else with Christ. And it's been a beautiful journey. I love it.
That's good. So talk about this music journey. So like, I heard you say your uncle kind of introduced you to music, but when did you like get into it to the level you were doing it now? Like, let's be very clear. You've been on stages, man. You've arranged for a lot of big names. Feel free to say whoever you want to say, but like, when did you know like, no, I could really do this on a professional level. People are really going to fly me out and pay me to do the thing that I do.
I would probably say I was 19. 19 is when that switch flipped for me. Like, oh man, I want to do this. I want to do this for a living. And I've been grinding at it ever since.
So talk a little bit about everything you do, because a lot of people don't know, absolutely. They know about Red Hands, talk about everything else you do.
Oh man. So, I work with a variety of artists from Usher to Khalid to Jay-Z to Beyonce. The biggest gig that I got right now is Red Hands, though. So that's what it is.
No, talk about the importance of that too as well, even balancing that, because you're right. Like you said, you work with some of the mainstream artists, but you still take the Red Hands band. That's your baby. That's what you're a part of. Speak to the importance of balancing both.
Yeah. After a while, you get tired of. I wouldn't say you get tired, but like I had to come to a point where I have to build with God. I have to build what God put inside of me. I can't always build what God put inside of others. So it's very important to live out the calling, live out what he's put in me to do, and really put my best foot forward in that, just like I will put my best foot forward in anything else. I got to take it just as serious as I would take any of these other artists that I work with.
Talk about y'all sound, because I think you guys have a very unique sound. It's not too churchy, but it is churchy, but it still gives that rhythm, that hip hop type feel. For those who may not have never heard your music, speak about your sound.
It's definitely a mixture of everything that I was raised and that all of us were raised and grew up on and listened to. Like, what I love about us is like, it's just like a big pot of gumbo. Everybody was, raised differently. Everybody listened to different music. All of us love good music, and we just kind of mix it all up from soul to R&B to funk to gospel, and we just tell our stories on top of it.
Talk about the importance of not staying in that box, because I have to believe that when you guys first started, maybe y'all was getting some kickback of people not really in the church receiving you guys for who you guys are. So speak about y'all being bold and saying, you know what, no, we're going to create the music that we know God has called us to create.
And that's what you just said. That's what it is. We just had to come to a decision to really put our best foot forward in what we know God gave us, and like really push the envelope. Like, hey, this is what God put in us to say. This is what God put in us to do. And we're going to chase after that. We're not going to chase after the trend. We're not going to chase after what's comfortable. We're going to do what God put in us to do and let him do the rest of the work.
If you could change one thing about church culture, what would you change?
Judgment.
Ooh.
Judgment. It's a little bit too much of it. It's and I'm speaking directly to church culture. Is we're really judgy. We're really judgy. We don't forgive our own. We hurt our own. Honestly, we it's kind of sad, but we're not a reflection of Christ sometimes, and we I always say we should change judgment. We cast too much of it, and it scares people. It scares the people that we're trying to chase after and grab. And that's not what we're called to do. We're not called to beat people up. We're called to love on people. And the love of Christ should shine through you and make people want to get to know what you have inside of you. That should be where the change should start. But if you beating people up all the time, you beat somebody up, they're afraid of you now. They're not coming back. So I would say that's one of my biggest things, man. Kill the judgment, man. Do more loving.
If you could pick two artists from any genre, dead or alive, outside of your boys in the Red Hands band, to form another group, who would you pick? I'm gonna give you producers too as well. So yeah. I'm gonna
give you top two, Prince and Prince.
Oh, it's going to be funky. It's going to be real funky.
It's going to be Prince, and it's going to be Prince. Prince at 25 and Prince at 27. I pull a lot of inspiration from him. I just love his again, like a trendsetter. He didn't follow like this is what's popular. This is what the industry says you should make. This is the type of music you should be making because this is a hit. He just always went after. Hey, this is the music that I love. This is the music that I feel is great. This is the music that is coming out of me, and he always went after it. You know what I'm saying? I respected and loved it.
Listen, Khirye, I appreciate you coming through, kicking it with us. Tell the people how to connect with you and follow you on all your social media platforms, as well as please introduce one of y'all bangers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you can follow us everywhere at Red Hands Band. You can follow me personally at Khirye90. That's KHIRYE 90. And then one of the bangers is No Worries, featuring our brother Jermaine Dolly.
Keep it locked. You tune into The Fixx. You know The Fixx is in.
Yes, sir.
So tell me whose face do they see? Repeat. Take offense. Judge by the fruit from the tree. But if the fruit tastes like the streets and money is the fruit that they seek, so tell me whose face do they seek? The Fixx is in.